I'll steer clear.
This is an evil world, bro. And I'll leave it at that. This is an evil world with evil effing people. Everyone's the devil without the horns, You just got to think that way, man. Everyone's the devil. I'm just kidding.
I was just
gonna say all celebrities are the devil.
I was gonna say no one is. Well, yeah.
He said,
mind.
well.
I was about to say no one's all evil, but that's just not true.
No, it's not. But
most people have both, and it's
most people definitely have both.
It's the constant.
If we're gonna play percentages, I'm gonna go 60-40. 60 on that side, 40 on your side. As far as like having a good, I just think most people are in it for themselves.
So more people lean towards bad than good.
Yes. Well, I don't even want to say bad.
I think it's 70-30. And then the percentages change depending on your experience.
Show me proof.
For each individual, though.
This is Less Than Zero. Less Than Zero.
Let's do it. All right. What's up, guys? I'm just kidding. I've always wanted to be like that stereotypical YouTuber.
The hyper YouTuber.
What's up, guys? Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Hit that like or whatever. Anyway.
Hey, you got to do that lightweight, kind of.
Okay. Hit that like button if you mess with our content and subscribe. Sincerely, we appreciate you.
Hit that notification bell button.
Pew, pew, pew.
Bell button.
All right.
Yeah, bell button.
This is what we have. This is what we have.
I got to tell you, you did a great job.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
This is what we have coming up on the show. We're going to give you 4 or 5 points right here. We're going to talk about, obviously, this COVID-19 and these Karens going crazy out in these streets, the Kanye Gap deal, Mike Henry, the voice of Cleveland, stepping down, Family Guy. We got some good and bad. We'll see what happens. Customer service stories coming from our personal lives. And then Nile's got a big revelation. He's a big Breaking Bad fan. And he's got...
I can't wait to talk about
I got to hype this up.
I can't wait to talk about
He's got an epiphany. All right? We're going to save the best for last. All right. Guys, highlight...
Can you say oversell?
Hey, man.
Right.
I was told to sell this, so let's
I dig
go.
it. I'm on board. What's
BDE,
first?
baby. BDE. Remember? All right. So, anyway, sorry. Let's talk about this, man. Highlights from the week. Anyone have anything to talk about? Any highlights? One thing.
I rewatched the movie Twister.
Okay.
Classic.
And
never heard that, actually.
You've never seen
Tornado
Twister?
movie. It's a tornado movie.
About
No.
Twisters.
No.
All I have to say, holds up. It's super 90s.
Okay.
But it holds up.
Okay.
That's the newest thing that I got going on.
It's cool.
For sure.
Niall?
Yeah. I just been working on some music. I actually
Yes.
I have a new program. It's called Logic 10. I've been using.
I used to use Logic. I learned how to use Logic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So-
I took a class on it at community
Really?
college. Yeah.
I
on
did
how to
too.
use Logic. Yeah.
I did too.
It was crazy.
great. Yeah, no, Logic is dope. The past few years has been Logic 9, and I just now got Logic 10.
Ooh. Is it a big deal?
And
Is it a big difference?
Yes, because their new update is amazing, and
Nice.
it's like the way they have it. It's like Ableton FL Studio, like the way that they can do the pattern and.
Is it as complicated as
sequence.
Ableton?
No, Logic is not as complicated as Ableton.
Ooh, Ableton tough for me.
Ableton is tough, but anyway, yeah, I'm super happy about it.
Ableton sounds like a school bully. Yeah, that kid Ableton keeps messing with me
Yeah,
again.
that's true. Wait, are there people out there named Ableton?
That has to be a name.
That has to be.
What up, Abe? How you doing?
Abe?
You guys ever notice if you travel, like, I went to Denver for a couple days last week, and I noticed that there's always, like...
Oh, is that where you went? You went to Denver?
Yes.
He told me he went to Alaska.
Yeah, I like to mess with people.
Same thing.
Yeah, I like to mess with people.
Same
like,
thing,
people ask,
Denver,
where are you? I'm in
Alaska.
Argentina.
How's Denver? I would love to. I've always wanted to.
So here's the thing. I noticed that... Like,
Oh, wait. I've been to Denver. I just remembered.
Okay.
Sorry.
You ever notice...
I was about to be like, tell
I'm
me
weak.
about Denver, but I
Would
totally
you
been
was
there.
just at a day at an airport there?
I was there. I went to visit my cousin in Colorado once, so we went through Denver.
Oh, okay. You went through.
Yeah.
When you guys went to.
Yeah. We walked around. It was actually kind of boring. No shade to Denver.
Denver to me was, everyone there was, what I noticed is a consistency, and this is like a lot of different like states. I noticed there's a consistency, and this maybe plays into stereotypes. I don't know where you guys have been, but like Denver, everyone there was super chill, very nice, man. Everyone there, shout out to Denver. Everyone was very nice. I guess the joke is because everyone's high. You ever heard that?
Yeah, I mean it's legal there.
Right.
They were one of the first ones
But,
to be legal.
Super clean. If anyone's ever
Hella
been,
clean. That city is clean.
very clean. If anyone's ever been to Boston, the stereotype of Boston, I don't know if you've heard. Like, I wouldn't even call people that from are Boston rude, but they tell you exactly how they feel. Like, I was driving on the highway. Within the first 5 seconds, I was being yelled every single slur in the book. Like, I'm not even making this up. And I kind of get it, man. I mean, people just have no patience for BS.
Well, you don't like Boston?
Yeah.
Are they called?
What the hell are you doing driving 30 to 65? I mean, it's exactly like that.
Was that a good Boston accent?
That wasn't too bad.
But what I'm saying is...
Yo, park the car.
Zip code for Boston. Area code.
Boston 508, I think.
Nice. Are they called Bostonites?
I don't know.
The Boston citizens are called Bostonites.
Dude, if anyone's
Bostonites.
from
like
Boston,
Arizona, they're called Arizonians. Californians, they're called
Californians.
Bostonites.
Yeah.
I'm
I've
pretty
heard
sure.
that before.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
But
Pretty cool.
it's just I just noticed like a certain stereotype. Is there a stereotype of like anywhere you've been? Arizona?
I don't think Arizona has a stereotype.
Dude, it's a
does it?
melting pot there. I mean,
Yeah, Arizona's just
Boston
hot.
has like so much like history. Like, they've
Yeah.
been there. I mean, there's one of the first goddamn colonies in the country.
Yeah.
Arizona, we're just like, hey,
we out
got
here.
here.
We out here.
We here.
Yeah.
Everyone, there's
It's
no
hella hot.
there's no stereotype in Arizona besides we're not wearing masks.
I just embrace the culture or whatever you want to call it, the stereotype of every city. So
I don't think stereotype's the right word, but there's a culture to every state.
culture.
right?
Well, there's a stereotype
There's stereotypes. I went to New Jersey and I forget where,
Their stereotype is sad.
but like I was,
what
depression.
yeah.
is it?
No, but they legit. I was like, oh, it's going to be New Jersey. Like, you see New Jersey on like TV. Legit, like they all talked like they were on Jersey Shore. Like they all had that Jersey accent.
No, that's
every
just the
single
Jersey
one.
Shore,
That's
dude.
South.
I didn't go to the Jersey Shore. I don't even know where I went. I was like right across the bridge, like wherever, right across. We took
The ferry.
the ferry, so wherever that is. I don't
Okay,
know.
to see the Statue of Liberty and shit.
No,
That's good. Oh.
in New Jersey.
Okay.
To New Jersey.
Okay.
Is it hella dirty there?
Where I went was nice.
Okay.
We went. You know where we went? We went to like a famous cupcake place. The guy who did that show, I think it was Cupcake.
I know what you're talking
Something.
about.
Not
Cupcake Boss or
Yeah,
Cupcake Wars or something.
yeah, something like that. That guy.
Yeah.
I've never met anyone in New Jersey with a Jersey accent. Like,
Really?
I mean, I think you probably were.
Hey,
there.
get over here.
Yeah,
What are
so-
you doing?
A dude was
Yeah.
with his girlfriend, and they were exactly just talking like that. And it was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
craziest thing I ever saw. And I was like, it's true.
There's definitely a whole different planet of New Jerseyans. I think that's how.
Because
they
you're
call
from
it.
there, right? Or you?
Yeah,
just
I was
lived
born there.
You were born there.
I was born there and spent the first 11 years there. So,
Shout out to New Jersey.
But
do you
I-
think
Shout out to New
do you think
Jersey.
Californians are like there's a stereotype? Do you think the stereotype of Californians is true?
Before I moved to
Especially because both of you aren't from here. I was born in I've always lived born and raised California. Both of you lived other places. Right?
Before I moved here, I heard that everyone in California is beautiful. That's partially true,
I
but
mean, obviously.
and except for
I mean, come on,
we're not from here.
San Francisco in
you
particular,
ugly bastards.
hella the diversity, which I love. Hyphy, of course, a hyphy movement, and also
That's specifically Bay Area, though.
and
right.
hella
That's-
Asians. Hella Asians just in California. You
Yeah.
have SoCal, you have NorCal, which I love. So those are the stereotypes I heard, man. And obviously the weather. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
the truth.
yeah. Anyway, all right, let's get into this. Speaking of, well, there's really no way to pivot, so let's just talk about COVID-19.
Oh, fun. I mean, it's ruling every aspect of our lives.
Bro, it is
Facts.
up. Karens are in these streets, not these streets, these streets.
Screet.
As he puts on the mask. There's that video of that one Karen out of North Hollywood, out of Trader Joe's. Ray's going to post that video right here. She did not wear a mask. And anyway, COVID-19 is crazy. And I know, Nile, you got a lot to talk about in regard to this because it's up in Florida, Texas, Georgia, Arizona, the Carolinas. I can give you some numbers if you care to hear about it. But
Let's hear it.
Okay. Florida, this
But
is
I was
up-
like, man, I hate numbers. Don't even mention
This
that.
is as of late last week. Florida is among 6 states nationwide, which sets new daily records for new cases of the novel coronavirus. The Florida Department of Health reported 8,942 confirmed cases, surpassing its previous record of over 5,500 cases, set just days earlier. Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Idaho, Utah all recorded new single-day COVID-19 case highs. Again, I mean, look, this is liquid, man. So these numbers they're increasing. And I mean, I'll even go as far as to say that California, I don't want to freak anyone out. And Justo and Nile, correct me if I'm wrong, but we were supposed to officially reopen, I think, the last phase. This video will drop later on past Monday, but this past Monday, and it's been postponed.
Yeah, for
And,
sure.
and that's why the governor is so stringent on wearing a mask when we go out in public. He's basically saying, he's slapping our hands saying, guys, wear your mask, otherwise this is going to go up.
For sure. And it's exact. You can go back to one of the earlier podcasts. I said this exact thing, that we're gonna get locked down, and then the second people start getting comfortable, they're gonna go back out, and they're just gonna go right back up, and that's exactly what's happening.
Niall, thoughts?
I saw a picture before we got here. This dude.
What?
This dude, he was wearing a MAGA hat.
Oh
and
God.
He was sleeping on a plane, and this is what
What?
sleeping with this freaking face. It was like the medical face masks, and he used it as a blind, like a
The shield?
No, like
No,
a face mask like that.
He used a face mask to cover his eyes, like you put those things over your eyes so you can sleep better. He was in a plane.
A blindfold.
Yeah, a blindfold. It's called something else. I'm sure someone knows. But anyway, he was lounging back, and it was a medical face mask over his eyes. A bunch of people in the plane.
That's hella funny.
It was hilarious. So anyway,
You saw the one with the dude putting his feet up onto the thing?
I saw that. That's
Oh
not
my
real.
God.
That was real.
I thought it was real.
Dude,
is that not
those
real?
Feet, that feet was huge.
People got big feet, man. I'm a
Bro, that was like some
sideshow
big
Bob.
ass feet, bro.
Was he not wearing a mask?
I think
it was just a picture
Just
of
his feet?
It was a shot of the.
That shit was Photoshop, bro. And
It
someone
was a shot of all the seats from behind, like you're in the back seats, and like all you see is in front of a headrest is 2 feet going up and touching the part where the fan is and the lights.
But
and
here's
stuff.
my question.
it was totally unrealistic.
I mean,
bro.
I think it's real.
how do we solve this problem? Because I think like what most people say, we had to open up the country, otherwise people would be going crazy all around the country. Riots and protests would continue, and it would get really bad. So I feel like they did it, and this is just my opinion, they did it out of pressure, right? But my question is, does anyone have any is there like a real solution to this? Assuming there's no vaccine for the next 6 months to a year, what would you do?
Oof, that's a rough one.
what would I do to stop?
Like,
people
what do you
from-
think?
If you were the governor, what would you
Yeah,
do?
like what do you think we need to do as a country to get this going in the opposite direction?
Okay.
Now about to
Give us the tea, bro.
about
want to
go-
know?
You about to
No.
go off, bro. I can see it. I saw the fire in your eyes. You look like
Go.
You look like an
No,
anime
I mean,
character about
bro.
to go.
Come on, Goku, let's go.
Goku. Okay, this is what I would do if I was in charge of the government. I would give stimulus checks out for the next 6 months, however long this is going to take, close everything back up, make sure everybody that's, needs to work because they have to pay bills. I would freeze rent, all that shit, because this is obviously a pandemic and we're not taking it serious. And I would do that first. So that would eliminate at least 80% of the problems of people having to go out to work.
Yeah.
Because even when we were in shelter in place, there were people who had to work those jobs. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it should be like, yo, stop everything. Maybe we'll send food trucks or something like that to people, because I know people need to shop. Maybe there could be exceptions for places like Costco, but I would definitely be
Thanks.
sending people. Thanks. So just so your life still wouldn't change. But I definitely would make sure stimulus checks are sent out so people can pay rent, people can stay home, people have a reason to stay home if they, want to help out at stores and stuff like that. Like, that'd be cool. And yeah, I would make face masks mandatory at least in private buildings or something like that.
That's ideal. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say someone sounding like a communist. That's all I'm saying.
That's ideal.
I'm not pointing any fingers, but someone
That's ideal.
here might be a goddamn commie.
You know what?
And we probably don't have the time.
It's all right. Whatever gets the job done.
Ironically, what you said, it's probably too deep, or we don't have the time to talk about it fully. But the thing is, it's going to put our country more into debt. That's the big problem,
Bro.
But I
got
rock
some
with what you
books
said.
for you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm reading this book called The Deficit Myth
Well, hold on.
by
Does it have a lot of
Stephanie
pictures?
Kelton. Huh?
Does it have a lot of pictures? The
Like,
books
you
you're
mean
gonna
like
give
a
me?
kid's book?
Yeah.
No.
Shel
Gotta get
Silverstein.
But
Yeah.
it's on Audible if you like to listen to books.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's on Audible,
I'll do
and
that.
it's the actual author's voice too.
Hashtag
She's
not
got
sponsored.
she's got a nice voice.
Not
Send me that
sponsored.
stuff. Yeah.
I will. Anyway, what I'm telling you is the fucking government can't afford it. They're lying to you. They want to make us seem like
they
we're
saying
fucking broke.
There's
We're
no
not
deficit.
broke. There's a
Or it's not as
deficit
bad as
myth.
they think
It's
it
not as bad as think, because they want to compare it to like, oh, I'm losing money, or like, we have to pay rent for our house, so like I'm losing money, like the economy's bad, and the government's like, yeah, so are we. But our government can print money.
Okay. Now let's take this.
I feel like that, but you can't just print money.
Yes, you
You
can.
can.
I'm
You
telling
can.
you, I'm reading this book, bro. I'm learning fucking gems.
But then
I'm
you
reading this
got-
book so we can have this exact conversation.
But then there's like inflation and things like that, and then
Yeah.
your money's not worth
It will
it.
That's if you
Right.
do it irresponsibly. What I'm saying is they have enough money already without even worrying about printing money. But they're just not doing that because they want to actually
Guys,
do tax
if
cuts.
they want to extend the $600 a week, they can easily do that.
Yes,
And they
the
should-
government has enough money to do everything. Universal health care, all that. We're choosing not to
Oh, yeah,
because,
that stuff, yeah.
dude,
We
all
can
that
afford
shit,
thing, yeah.
And
we can afford all that. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, bro.
easily.
Guys.
We are dumb rich.
And if all else fails, we need to hit up every single Karen that's going crazy in these streets, and they need to be paying. They need to be paying us out. This Karen right here, that video. Do you have any thoughts on this? Like, how is there any way to solve this problem with these freaking Karens that just don't care about anybody but themselves?
Nah.
Specifically, this one video of this lady at Trader Joe's. She says that she had respiratory issues.
Of course, it's at Trader Joe's.
I haven't been in Trader Joe's in
What
like
does that
2
mean?
months because the
'Cause
line is long.
White people, yeah, that's hella long. White people love Trader Joe's.
Okay, but here's the thing.
My wife loves Trader Joe's.
It's
She's not
good.
white.
It's not really them. Shout out
But-
to the employees, by the way, that put up with their BS.
Oh yeah, for sure. Trader Joe's employees, nicest people ever.
They are.
Facts. Then
They're-
they get treated good.
for sure.
I don't have any respiratory issues, but she's going off on a tirade for like 5 minutes, right? Bro, if you have like respiratory issues, how do you she just freestyled this whole complaint for 5 minutes straight, bro, without a nothing. You know what I mean?
She's lying.
She's lying.
She's lying.
Yeah.
She does not have respiratory problems because any professional doctor would say, stay home, wear your mask if you need to go out, get DoorDash. You should not be at Trader Joe's yelling at people because
Karen,
COVID-19.
we're talking about you.
because
You.
the COVID-19 is real, and if she gets COVID-19 and if she does have respiratory problems, she will be very much likely to get death.
And here's the thing. Death. It's very
Get
morbid.
death.
At the end of the day, though,
Man, you about to get that
I
death.
mean, I don't understand people that just don't wear a mask. It's not a big deal. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's really not. It's a piece of cloth you put over your face and nose. It's not a big deal. Like, I don't know, man. I would love to get into the psyche of some of these people that put up a big stink.
I think these people they just don't like being told what to do. I think that's kind of where it comes down to. Like people who have serious control issues
But
and
this
don't
is-
like the idea of any.
But this is not this is not a difficult ask.
No, it's not.
You know what I
But
mean?
in their mind, it is because they can't handle anyone putting things on them that they have to do.
Yeah, it's
and they're
interesting.
generally selfish. They only care about how it's affecting them, not the consequences on other people.
Yeah.
These are the same people that'll tell like black people to like comply, like be like just comply with the police officer. But if they like were in the same situation and they like had a good enough reason in their own head, they'll give the police officer a million reasons why
Yeah.
they shouldn't comply to that
Yeah,
police
yeah, yeah.
officer, including the face mask. But when it comes to everyone else, they're like, bro, you gotta follow the law. Like they're like the most lawful people when it comes to like other people. But when it comes to certain shit like this, they don't want to follow.
I call it the "it's not me, it's you" syndrome. It's never me. It's always you.
That's like reverse.
That's fair.
That's like
That's
reverse
pretty much it.
breakup.
Right.
It's not me, it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we
Been
talk?
there.
Been there. God damn.
You guys good? Are we done talking about this?
Yeah. I'm done talking about those people, to be
I'm just
honest.
I honestly, I'm done with the whole thing, man. I'm done with I'm done with people hating on masks. I'm done with the COVID thing.
Yeah.
Man,
I get it.
Honestly, I was on Twitter this morning, and after not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I just got frustrated and threw my phone. I was like, I can't look at this anymore.
It is.
There's so many things going on right now.
It does.
Which it should happen and change is good, but it gets overwhelming, especially on Twitter because it's all there.
It is information.
It's just
overload.
right there.
I feel the exact same way, dude.
That's nice.
All right, let's talk about Kanye and Gap. This past week, probably one of the biggest stories. It's pretty big, bro. Yeezy Gap clothing will be dropping. He signed a 10-year deal. That's how confident Gap is.
10 years.
10.
It's a
Can you
long
imagine,
time.
bro? In like
So,
radio, you'll be lucky to get like a 6-month deal.
So that basically means his clothing is exclusively at Gap. Is that pretty much what that means?
I don't know if he's gonna be dropping his own line, but I mean, let's just say yes for now.
Is that what's the point of a deal if
Yeah.
what are they?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're
Is that
right.
the idea?
Yeah,
I
you're
would
right.
assume so.
We know
And
what he's-
before this, who goes to Gap?
well, here's the
Have
thing.
either of you ever shopped at Gap?
when I was a kid, like high school.
Right. But not now.
They've been really affected, obviously, in the past couple of years. Their market's down. Don't quote me on it, but it's been major, like 30-40%. The pandemic hasn't helped. But here's the thing, and I'm getting this from multiple sources, so I don't know what's more accurate, but at the end of the day, you kind of get the idea. When they made the announcement that Yeezy was going to be their new partner, stock went up 18.8%. Wow. And then another source says up to 31%. They're expecting him to bring in at least $1 billion in sales. To put this in perspective, globally, this is globally, the whole world last year, they only came up at 4.6 billion dollars. So they're expecting at least $1 billion out of Kanye. That's crazy. Now the good thing, and I don't know her name, but he is I think the artistic or the fashion director of this brand is African American. That's a good thing, and I'm gonna hope and I'm gonna expect him to hire more African Americans to be on his team. So that's a good thing, right, Nile? Because I know
this Gap thing.
Yes, so he's gonna hire more, black people, which is good, but. Besides that, what do you guys think? I mean, I know that you're not really into his clothes. I rock with his shoes. I'm going to be honest with you. Despite all the political, I don't get into that because I'm not. But I mean, his
was fake anyway.
I'm a Yeezy fan. I like his shoes, man. I think they're dope. Any thoughts on just him as a brand?
Well, I think that this venture, this investment the Gap is doing with Yeezy, I think it's not wise during a coronavirus, just like I thought.
What's going to drop next year?
That I think next year too. I think they're underestimating it. And also just like when that app dropped where it was going to be 20-second, videos. What's that freaking app called? Quibi.
Yeah.
That burned. That's what's gonna happen here. That's my thing. That's why I don't think they're gonna get any more sales because
Quibi should have been a hit too.
It should have been a hit, but it's during a coronavirus. People are not trying to buy your damn subscription. You should have did a year free. Take that L and then come back next year with better content.
Quibi was designed for people commuting to work. And no one's commuting.
And no one's going to work.
Yeah.
No one's getting work. People are unemployed. People are not trying to go out and buy Gap clothes. It doesn't matter if it's Yeezy.
Let me ask you this: if the price point is still the same, somewhat affordable, and it's not higher than normal Gap, retail prices, would you cop if you like the way it looked?
Would you stop? If it looked good, would you buy it despite of if Kanye made it?
Nah, because I know it's gonna be at least 45. And I know I'm not spending $45 for a t-shirt.
No, but I'm saying, what if? I mean, because
what if it's $20 with Yeezy? That's not possible. It's gonna be a $45 shirt.
What if it is?
Then I'll use it to clean my mirror.
So you would buy?
I would buy it to clean my mirrors.
Yeah. Okay.
His clothes don't look good, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be basic as hell.
It's very.
It's just
earthy.
like Sean John. Man,
and they're hella big, or some of them are just have hella holes.
Well, I don't know.
I know it's a style choice.
It'll be interesting. I don't know if Gap. I don't know how much creative control he's gonna have.
Gap,
what happened to Adidas?
What about it, dude? He's killing it.
So he's working with Adidas and Gap.
I haven't talked to him. I'll ask him when I.
That don't add up. That don't add up to me. That don't add up to me at all.
Bro,
I assume Adidas is the ones making the shoes. But there'll be
shoes and clothes. They need him.
And then how does he get a deal with Gap?
Again, I haven't talked to him.
Gap is hey.
I don't know.
I think there was some kind of L he took between. Well, we already know he took an L with Nike, and then Adidas. I don't know, but I think there's an L there. And then I think that this Gap
was the only one left.
Was the only thing left, and Gap or him, they think that it's gonna bring. I don't know. I think it's another L coming around the corner. So I think
I
Kanye's
don't
been
like
taking
all
a lot
his
of
clothes.
L's.
I like some of his clothes. I mean, they're very monotone and earthy. I think you might be surprised. I don't know.
I've seen his clothes.
Well, hold on. You don't know what's going to come out with Gap. I think it's going to be very classic stuff. No different than that jean jacket you're wearing.
Yeah, but
classic.
No,
you get what I'm saying?
I don't mean this in a weird way, but that's a very Gap jacket.
It is. It's clean. It's
Look,
classic.
I didn't say I don't like Gap.
Gap
From
almost
what I've
exclusively sells denim.
I have
jackets,
respect for
pants.
Gap. All I'm saying is, y'all think that working with Kanye is going to help your sales during a coronavirus pandemic.
Probably will help their sales.
I think.
though.
Hold on. I think it'll do a bump. I think. Look, you can see the stock prices.
I just love roasting celebrities, man.
This will be interesting, but another thing I was curious to ask you guys: you think he's a sellout for doing this?
I think he's a sellout. Period.
Woo!
So
Fire,
Damn, bro.
Goku. That's
what
what
are
I'm
you talking about? He had a meeting with Trump.
Yeah, tell me when you go
Yeah,
screaming.
dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with his mind. He really
It's
could
the
be.
money.
It's a business deal. Whether if it was Gap or anybody else.
He wanted to get
would've
Trump
done this.
supporters to buy more of his own shit because Trump supporters definitely did not care for Kanye
Got it.
back when he was getting on Bush. So to up those sales, yeah, he might have did a little coon dance. Woo! For some
Hot take.
hot biscuits.
I agree with you.
I
agree. I like biscuits, by the way.
I'll do a little dance for some hot biscuits.
you know
Want to
what?
do it now?
Right now, you got
On the table.
Let me see them, boss.
I agree
Let me
with
see
you.
them biscuits, bro.
I agree. After the show, I agree with you. I agree with you. But I'm just to be the what if guy. The what if guy. Kanye did say that he wants one day. And by the way, he used to work at Gap. That's a fact. He used to work at Gap.
Okay.
You know this. He did say that one day. This is in the past. I want everyone to wear my clothes. I want everyone to be able to wear my shoes. Of course, it's a media ploy.
You know who else says stuff like that?
Who?
Hitler.
Dude, I was going to say that. I want everyone.
I want everybody.
Kanye, I want you to know that these comparisons, I'm not saying that. These are these guys.
I'm
right here.
The
I'm not comparing
narcissism
you to
is
Hitler.
the narcissism.
Narcissism
is
is
so
there.
close.
That's
like,
what it is.
You know, just
To say
I
I want
so what-
everybody to wear my
I know. It's a play. I get it. He's selling us on his emotions. He doesn't give an F about us. I know that. I'm just throwing it in to play the what if guy. Do you think he cares at all about you and I?
No.
Us? Okay. That's what I wanted to hear.
No, he doesn't. He cares about Kanye and Kanye. Maybe Kim.
You know what's weird? He's already a
I'm
billionaire.
saying maybe.
He said maybe.
You know what's weird? He's already a billionaire. How much more do you want? You know, this greed
There's
is
always
crazy.
more.
Right?
I don't think he's a billionaire.
Oh, so he's broke?
Look, man.
He's got plenty of money. Let's just put it that way. He's got
got
plenty
money.
of power.
But I think all these deals, bro, like I just don't see all these deals happening with people like with real money. Like I just don't see like deals happening every 4 or 5 years from people like with real money, like the Jeff Bezos and the freaking Apple.
They don't need it.
That's what I'm saying.
Amazon don't need it.
They don't need it, but I'm just saying I just feel like I
mean,
just see people like
actually,
Oprah.
you know what? I take that back. Amazon bought Whole Foods like 2 years ago.
They're buying. They're not doing like deals or like half these
Kinda.
rappers. They've become promoters for like alcohol brands. Like they're not buying.
It's a
Ciroc.
different. It's a different level, though, right? It's a different
you make a
level
good point.
of business.
You make a good point. Academics, he said something to the point of like Diddy does Ciroc, right?
Bro, they're just
But he only-
promoters.
right. Well,
they're literally just promoters.
yeah, but there's something in his deal where he doesn't get a percentage of like international. Yeah, but basically, I don't know all the specifics.
All I
but
know is
it's
that I
it's
just see
alluding
a
to what
lot
you're
of
saying.
different deals being made, and people usually make different deals when they're scrambling. They need money.
Well-
I don't think he's as rich as you think he is.
Or
I'm
it's
gonna-
called diversifying.
Yes,
I don't really know what that means. I just heard it on
spreading
TV.
yourself.
Diversifying.
I heard
Getting yourself into different
diversify your
industries.
portfolio, and that's all I got.
I think that's what Kanye is doing, and I'm gonna probably refute what you're saying and say that he has more control than you think over this Gap brand. But why don't we just wait and see?
I mean, it's his brand, right? I assume they're being,
Yeezy Gap.
They get
10 years, Nile.
Wait,
10
wait,
years.
pause. So Gap owns a section of the Yeezy brand. Is that what this is? Or they have exclusive rights to sell the Yeezy brand?
They're giving him.
'Cause that's different.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, they're giving him creative control to create a brand, Yeezy Gap.
Okay.
Creative control.
Yes. Bottom line. Straight up. He's not taking over the whole store, bro. You want to get your khakis, you can still get the khakis.
We
I'm not
want to
saying you
know
wanna get
what kind of what percentage of their sales he's gonna get. That's what we need to know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if
I
it's
mean,
10%, I'm
It's not-
sorry, bro.
I doubt it's 10%, but like there's definitely obviously they're both getting there. It's split to some extent. 'Cause it's Gap.
you know what? I'm going to do some research.
I love it when you
You mean
say
you don't
that.
want to
Okay.
just talk out your ass with not quite knowing what it is?
I want to do some research.
Because that's what this
we'll check
podcast.
back.
Listen, that's what this podcast is based on. Us just talking about stuff we
No
don't
factual
know
information.
with not
It's
doing
purely speculation
any
and opinion.
research.
You know,
zero research.
You're totally right. And I
Less
totally,
than zero research podcast.
That's right. All right, let's move on.
We'll go back to this later, like in the future, maybe a week or two.
I know that you guys have a lot to say about this. White actors and actresses voicing non-white characters. One of the big stories was Mike Henry, the voice of Cleveland. What, 20 years?
Something like that. Has Family
A
Guy been
long
on for that
time.
long? Can you believe that show?
20?
I can't. That show should probably just
20
stop
years ago
going.
is what, 2000, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me just read this.
Math
tweet.
wasn't my.
If my maths are right.
Let me just read this tweet real quick, and then I'll throw it over to you guys. He tweeted out, "It's been an honor to play Cleveland on Family Guy for 20 years. I love this character, but persons of color should play characters of color. Therefore, I will be stepping down from the role." Nile.
Not,
Niall, go.
as one of the the only black man
As a
in this group,
spokesperson for all black people in the world.
Well,
it is your. You have the floor.
no, but
sir.
seriously, I know you have strong opinions on this.
I mean,
Do you?
I don't.
Not on this one.
Damn
just
it!
ignore-
Why I give you the lead in? Okay, I know you have no opinion on
I
this.
have something to say. I have opinion. It's just like it's not like
It's
I'm
not-
passionate about it.
It's not at the top of your list.
It's not like I just think it's annoying. Mike, no one asked you to leave, bro. Like I get it. The Black Lives Matter thing is big. Like everyone's protesting. Like people, of all walks of life, they're trying to make causes to contribute to against racism. I get it. And you might have benefited from, I guess, racist ideas of not having a real black guy play Cleveland, but that conversation should have been had 20 years ago when you sign up for the job. Everyone knows you for Cleveland. Yeah. Sorry, I'm spitting. Stay here. Go back to Cleveland because the next black guy who's going to come, he's going to be shitted on. People are going to be like, I don't like you. I don't care if you're black. You're not Cleveland.
Can I add this in real quick? Do you, just the outside, because I don't watch a lot of it, but it just seems like he had
You know who the character is, though. Right?
I know who he is.
Yeah.
Jenny Slate. I'll just add in Jenny Slate pulled out of voicing the black character on Big Mouth, Apple Central Park as well, which is on Apple, Simpsons as well. They're recasting with characters of color. But I get what you're basically saying.
Kinda,
but
no,
I was just going to say that I think he had good intentions. I think his intent was good, right? His intention was good.
Or is it just him avoiding controversy?
I don't know, because was he getting controversy?
No, but other people are.
He's about to, bro.
There's recently been this weird uptick on YouTubers. You see these YouTubers who have been called out.
Shane Dawson?
Shane Dawson is a big one.
All of them. Mm-hmm.
Jenna Marbles, who's been on YouTube for a long time, quit YouTube because of she did blackface because she did a video making fun of Nicki Minaj.
What
she didn't. I
gotta see it.
Listen, obvious.
Hey guys,
it's like Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel,
Kimmel?
yeah.
Both of them did it,
Oh,
but
God.
but Jimmy
Why
Kimmel.
is blackface such a thing? Like, who would want to do that?
So is there? This is touchy, right? Is there a difference? Because the
only blackface that I was cool with was Robert Downey Jr. in Tropical Thunder.
That's different.
I know it's different.
Yeah,
I don't know why
that's why it's
different,
great.
but we all are cool with this.
Well, that's different though, because they knew they were doing it, and they were doing it as a spoof of people who do it seriously.
Let me ask you this:
there's levels to it, and there's context to that one. I'll defend that one.
When you hear stories, like that of people making, let's just call a spade, they're making mistakes in the past, years ago. Do you forgive them? Would you forgive them?
It depends what it is, man. It depends on how they move. Like, since that time, I gotta see growth. From my knowledge, I don't know. Some people have a hard time growing, especially when they're making a lot of money already. Like, they have a lot of yes men and people who actually don't correct their bullshit. So, but just to go back on Mike Henry, he didn't have that situation. It's not like I would understand if there was like a video 10 years ago of him saying an N-word everywhere.
He volunteered it, man.
Yeah, I get it. You should step down because it's really disrespectful. You're playing a black guy and somehow you're a freaking racist. But that's not the case.
Here's the thing. I like to think that most people are good. I'm just going to say that maybe he's just trying to be a good person and do the best he can. And just, he kind of, maybe it took the political climate and the racial climate that we're in for him to realize what's going on. And he said, you know what? I should not be doing this.
And especially, and that makes sense. And especially at the time of when he was casted, this isn't something that people thought about at the time. Not white people.
But I
not
will
people
say,
who are making shows.
I think this is cool because I think that if you're Asian or Indian, they should have an Asian Indian person voicing, and conversely, a black person should be voicing black character, right?
Sure, yes.
That's the way it should be.
Would be
So
great.
where do you think it lands of like comedic satire or comedic what's the word? Like characterizations of people, right? So can I think of like SNL, right? They have multiple characters and they make fun of real people and they dress up like them. Like is there a different spot for that, like I get the of having a black character should be voiced or played by a black person, but if someone's making fun of, I don't know, do you think there's a different line of satire and different things to do it?
I think it's tricky because
and intent is a big deal, right?
Yeah, I think it depends on it depends on the intent and the context of what they're producing, but I think like
the Jimmy Kimmel thing,
right?
He was making fun of a basketball player. I don't know basketball. I don't know who it was, and he was an ongoing bit because the basketball player had he's just making fun of him, not making fun of him as a black guy, but just him as a person and just doing an imitation of it. Is that?
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, man. That's,
you know what I mean?
That's a tough. Why don't we try it, man? Why don't you pretend
I think,
to? I'll be black and you'll be Asian.
Okay,
Talk
this
about
is the
uncomfortable.
thing.
I don't think that's a good idea.
All right, I think because American films historically have been known to make fun of black people.
Oh yeah,
and
other race just other races in general.
I mean, other races in
Asian
general,
people
but
too, bro.
baseline.
Have you seen Breakfast at Tiffany's?
No.
What?
That's an old movie, right?
But
Yeah, it's an old movie.
baseline.
Watch Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Is it really racial?
There's a character, I forget who plays him, is an Asian guy played by a white guy.
Let me guess.
Very
Are we
racist.
And we look terrible.
It's pretty bad.
We get picked on the most. I'm going to tell you this right now.
I don't.
We get picked on the most. No,
wait.
and like
You can't
as far
say
as
that. You can't say
no,
that.
no, I'm not. I'm talking about just as far as being I don't know the word I'm looking for, clowns, buffoons. You know what I mean?
Characterization of
Yeah,
Asian
like
people.
we're not looked upon. Predominantly, we're looked upon as
I think what you're talking about is more recent, but the black.
Look,
we've never been the cool guys or the cool girls or the cool guys.
What
really.
cool guys really are black people? Black people, if you're talking about in film, we're playing hood dudes.
I
and
see what you're
shit.
saying. The casting part.
Yeah,
But at least you're in films, bro. We're not in any films except for what's that movie that came out? The freaking Crazy Rich Asians, which to me,
That was pretty good.
You thought it was pretty good?
That was a
It was
good
alright.
movie.
It was a fun movie. It was cute. The better one with Ali.
I
Wong.
don't like the title Crazy Rich Asians because number one, they're not all rich, and then it just it
that
paints a
family was
stereotype.
rich.
I just don't. I thought it was.
It was about a family.
It was about a family of
Asians.
crazy rich Asians. Not saying all Asians are rich.
I watched it, but I don't like the way it's depicted. We were depicted. I'm being honest with you.
hey,
Okay. Anyway, look.
That's fair.
Just
That's fair.
off of what we talked about is
Sure.
blackfishing. That historically was started on black people. Even before film, they did minstrel shows and put blackface and red lipstick on to make fun of black people.
Okay.
If that history
That I
was
don't know.
not there in America, blackfishing would not be bad. It would be a funny thing they would use, like a Jimmy Kimmel situation. That would make sense. But because of historically white people in film have been known to, we're just going to do this because we like making fun of black people subliminally. That's what we'll do. So that's why blackfishing is so bad right now, because of historically. So anything that happened for Asians, that's very new because immigration, we know, largely came after 1960s.
Yeah. See, you're look. You're much smarter than me when it comes to that. I just don't think
Before that,
when
too,
we talk about
for the record.
blackfishing and blackface, you're speaking to someone that just doesn't. I can't even think like that. I don't even know. I know what you're saying, but I don't even think like that. So it's I can't even absorb it. You know what
All
I mean?
I know is that
people think like that and they do that. That's
right. I think this is what I think. Just in general, on a solution or maybe a way to move forward. That's our goal, right?
Yeah.
That's what everyone wants to do. Everyone wants to do something. Well, first of all, I don't want white people to be feel guilty about being white. I think right now, because of everything's going on, white people are legit guilty.
Yeah.
Low key,
they probably feel some
I
type
had
of
a
way.
friend. It's a great guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but on Juneteenth he sent me $50.
Wow.
That's
No, man.
That's bizarre.
Okay, no, I'm
It's
sorry.
sincere.
No, terrible.
Look,
That's
it's
weird.
bizarre, but it's
That's
sincere.
weird.
So that's why I think about Mike Henry. It's bizarre, but he's trying to be sincere.
trying to do the right thing, man.
He's trying to figure out what the hell to do. So
Intentions.
black people,
That's a
our
weird
goal.
thing to do.
We
Do you
got.
think he sent $50 to every black person he knows?
I don't know how much black people he knows.
I was gonna say, are you the only
But,
one he knows? So he sent you $50.
All I know is that we're good friends. And I sent it back to him. I said, bro, I can't take this money.
You're a bigger man than me.
I just don't think it's
I'd have
right.
been like, fucking lunchtime.
Maybe if he instead bought an album of mine, like something I already have out there in space to support black artists, but like kind of sending it to me almost like, oh, we want like reparations specifically from white people.
Yeah.
We want it from the U.S. government. So what I told him, I sent him some books. I sent him a book like, yo, read this, study this, support reparations and closing the racial wealth gap, because the reason why we are having these conversations, the reason why black people have not been able to get in these spaces and compete with white people and are not able to play black characters is because we have been bottom casted by our U.S. government, starting from slavery to Jim Crow to now. So what I would tell white people, support policies that are going to close the racial wealth gap and create a more competitive environment for like black people to be independent economically. And moving forward, maybe like when you are offered jobs and there's a black person, if you want to turn it down, I get it. I think that they're gonna just not hire you and just hire another white person, because obviously their intentions were to. So but I think that just moving forward, support reparations, support Black Agenda. I'm telling you, it's better. We don't care about you dropping out of Family Guy.
Nile 2028.
I love everything you just said, man. I love it when you say intentions. I think that's really what I also love the fact you say that.
Yes.
Those are my intentions.
So, but yeah, great. There's great people. My friend.
Very well said, sir.
Really appreciate him.
All right, let's get into some personal.
He can send me $50 too, by the way.
He's like, I'm just trying to do what I can. I'm like, bro.
I think he came out of the goodness of his heart.
Yeah, no,
he
I
doesn't
felt
have the
it,
background.
but he doesn't,
Right.
because he doesn't have enough knowledge. He doesn't know
Right.
what to do. So I'm trying to give him a direction.
Right.
So
I'm getting knowledge right now, bro. Thank you.
yes.
So yes, let's talk about some personal stories.
Something easier to talk about than race relations.
All good. Bad and good. Everyone can relate to this, I'm sure. Bad and good customer service stories. I just got this because it happened 2 days ago, and I said to myself, man, we should talk about this, man. Who wants to start? Anyone got a really bad or good customer service story?
Well, I have both, but
Let's go bad. Let's go negative.
all right.
There you go.
I just know you're gonna talk about a bad one. So it's
No,
like-
no, I'm going good.
Oh, really?
I'll go good. You go bad.
Oh, you're going good.
Yeah.
I was totally thinking like, oh, he has some terrible experience.
Yeah, for
Toxic guy
sure.
right here.
I was ready.
I mean, dude.
Toxic guy.
So bad customer service, man. Okay. AT&T, I gotta fucking put you on blast, man.
Oof.
Y'all be on some bullshit.
Why? What happened?
Hot take.
Dude, I called them and they don't give the information that I tell them to the technicians when they come out here. And I call them back again because after the technician didn't do what they're supposed to do, which was install a modem, there was some issue, and I called back at least 3 or 4 times. I had 3 different technicians come by. So that was a month ago. That was really bad customer service. And luckily the last technician took care of it. And it had nothing to do with customer service. But in general, though, every time I go to IHOP, customer service sucks. I'm sorry to anyone who works at IHOP, but
That's just.
IHOP
it seems like they
generally-
hire only
Do you
people who
have
don't
a
give a shit.
specific story
Yeah,
from
for sure.
IHOP, or just in general, it's just a blanket statement? It just sucks.
It's a blanket statement, but there's this one time where there was a grasshopper in my pancake,
Well,
and
did you order the grasshopper pancakes?
I didn't. I did not order a
I
grasshopper
didn't.
pancake.
Isn't that on the
I
menu?
swear I didn't.
That's not on the menu, right?
No, it's not. I don't think so.
Wait, so when you say like one of those big ass grasshoppers or the little baby
It was
ones?
a baby one.
So like, I have so many questions. How does that happen? When what did they say?
This is in Arizona, by the way.
Oh,
Arizona
well, that's your problem.
that is my problem.
Arizona.
And I haven't been at IHOP out here. Like,
There's some
Me
pretty
neither.
bad ones here.
You need
There's
to use
good
that-
ones.
there's good ones.
You need to use that to your advantage. Obviously, you should have, said something to the manager, and I would have taken it. I mean, I hate to say it, but I would have taken it even a step further.
And sued them.
I definitely did return
Well,
it.
take
I
it to-
definitely
So,
returned it.
yeah. What did they say?
You
They
returned-
even apologize? What did they say?
The guy said, "Oh,
Did you get a free meal?
Oh.
Yes. Come on, bro.
I'm
like-
assuming I did. I can't remember. All I know is that what stood out to me was he said, "Oh," and he took it and like left.
That's wild.
And I was like, I don't even want to eat here anymore.
I was gonna say, like, I would just have gotten up and left. Like, I'm going to McDonald's.
right, but my dad and then like my wife was there too, and they were already eating, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, well, I'm not
man.
gonna be that guy. So
Word.
Sorry, IHOP. You got to do better, man.
But yeah,
Unless order
They
the
should do
grasshopper
better in
pancakes,
general.
bro.
yeah, IHOP.
That sucks because I really mess with their pancakes too.
Yeah,
That's my jam.
I'll mess with it like when they have the free pancake day. Those are always lit, especially in high school, bro.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was like a whole holiday.
I went before and there was like a line around the corner. We hella waited like an hour and a half to get some free pancakes.
Nice, and it's
I don't know.
unlimited, right?
It was unlimited. We sat there for hella long.
Hell yeah! You stay in line? I'm staying there for hours. I'm spending the
Hella
night.
long. Just
I'm
smacking on
spending the
pancakes.
night.
You got one? Okay.
Recently, I was speaking of calling out corporations. PayPal fucking pissed me off the last couple of days, and like I've used PayPal for a while now because I do freelance photography and video, and a lot of PayPal is an easy way to get paid from people, clients, right? So. Like 2017, as a present to my wife, I got her a subscription box from this company called Ipsy. Do you guys know what Ipsy is?
Yeah, I know Ipsy is.
So like,
Wait, Epsi?
no, Ipsy, IPSY.
Okay.
So like basically they send you a box full of makeup every month. It's like a specialty thing of a bunch of testers for different types of makeup because my wife, she's really into beauty and things. Right?
Okay.
So I got her that. Couple months go by. I forget why, she just didn't want it. She didn't like it. So I canceled the subscription, right? Subscription was canceled. I thought I deleted the account, but I guess the account was still open, but the subscription was canceled, right? The other day, I get alerts. I get an email from Ipsy saying, hey, there was a suspicious login from someone in Georgia. I'm
This has happened to me before. This happened to me 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Keep going. You
So,
got
like-
discharged, right?
So then I get a bunch of alerts from PayPal of a bunch of charges from Ipsy, like 5 different charges, all different amounts, right? So someone logged into my Ipsy, my PayPal was associated with that account, and they just were able to buy it that easy because they got into that account.
I see.
So I tried to hit up PayPal about, hey, fraudulent charges on my PayPal, and they just were not having it. I couldn't find a phone. It took me forever to find a phone number to talk to a human being about it.
Oh, really? You
And
just Google. Like, just Google PayPal.
It took
customer
forever.
service.
There was all these different phone numbers for different things. It was crazy.
This is
And
what
they
I do. You should have called me, dude.
I should've
I'm
called you.
serious. I
And
do
there
this.
was the thing on there to you can talk to somebody on the app, right? Like a communication thing.
live
And like
chat.
the person, I don't even know if they were a real person. First of all, I feel like I was texting a bot about my issue.
Oh, man.
And like they kept saying that it was basically my fault. They kept thinking that I was buying stuff and I wanted a refund. And that's not what it was. I keep having to say to this computer, I assume now, that it wasn't me buying
It's
it. They kept
outsourced
saying that it
third
was
party.
me. Yeah, some other
Yeah.
it was probably somewhere on the other side of the world.
Damn.
Right.
So I finally talked to somebody, and I was like, "These are fucking fraudulent charges. This isn't me." And they eventually canceled it, and then I finally got a hold of Ipsy. Also hating on Ipsy because I couldn't get a hold of anyone there about this issue either.
Yeah. It's
Like
tough,
they
man.
couldn't. I couldn't
The
communicate to
only-
anybody until eventually Ipsy refunded it to the PayPal. And like I'm about to I'm not about to use PayPal.
Is your
I'm trying to
credit
find
card
something
connected
else.
to PayPal?
My bank account is
Okay, so you need to. The
connected
first
to
thing
it.
I would have done is, definitely handle the PayPal thing, but also you need to call your bank. You need to put a stop to that. When
already
this
did
happened.
it. Yeah, that's already.
And they should have refunded you.
Yeah,
and they do an
it's-
investigation.
I finally, I got
Right.
the thing. The Ipsy sent it to my PayPal, so
Right.
that got evened out.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
It was
you guys
frustrating just because I couldn't get to anybody to fix it.
Man, you guys are so negative today, huh? Just
Yeah.
bad and bad stories. I don't know.
You told me to talk about
I guess,
bad.
I guess I'll be the savior.
Yeah, please. I want to know.
Please be.
So, thank God for social media, man. So I ordered this pair of shorts from this company called Rowing Blazers. Shout out to them because I was really excited by them actually caring about their customers. Order these shorts. They sent me the wrong size, and they're like, super big. Like they're down to my ankles. You know what I mean? So I sent them a DM. And I also posted on their social media on Instagram. I wasn't like a jerk about it. I just said, hey, and by the way, I'll preface this by saying that I emailed their customer service, very patient, 3 to 4 different times, and I waited like 2 or 3 days. So I did that first before blasting them on social, right? And then I went on social just 2 days ago, and I also found the owner on IG. I DM'd him as well, and I posted on his IG. I was super professional. I'm like, guys, I've been trying to get in contact with you. I already waited 2 weeks for these. It got the wrong size. I'm just super bummed. Within 5 minutes, they responded back. The owner even responded back to me. Said, dude, I'm so sorry. Give me your order number. Boom, boom, boom. So they are actually going to have UPS pick up these shorts, sent me the replacement pair overnighted, and they even they just threw in another shirt.
Oh, nice.
Now, that's never happened. Now,
That's the way it should have been handled.
Are they like a big company or?
no. Maybe that's why.
That's why.
Maybe that's why.
That's
but
why. They're going hard.
They actually
but when they
care.
get bigger, they're going to not give a shit. Keep it real.
Probably because they have less eyes.
Just
and
like when
ears.
people get famous,
Yeah.
like when they're mediocre, like
Yeah.
when they're like nobodies like us, and then like blow up, we're gonna like not
Thanks.
like
We ain't gonna give a shit
we're not
about
gonna
you.
reply
Right.
to comments.
No, but I mean-
I'll reply to comments.
It really spoke, and I hope that doesn't happen, but it really spoke that, not to get preachy, but like regardless if it's like retail or clothes or coffee or PayPal or dude, customer service goes such a long way, man. Like they made me a loyal customer, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like
That goes especially for smaller companies, like you said. That goes a big way. You
Anything.
get loyalty from your customers.
Can we make a petition to tell that to their bosses so that they can
Yeah.
get paid better? Because I did customer
Yeah.
service for freaking years, and they treat us like just like
Nothing.
trash. And we're supposed to we're the first stat line.
Yeah.
We're in the trenches.
You are.
We got to talk to you because when you call me,
Yeah.
when you call me, you're
the
already not in a
concierge.
bad. You're already in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You already have an issue. You don't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, you just want to go about your day. So my job is to figure out what your problem is and solve it. And that means my attitude's got to be up here more than yours. And I'm telling you, if you pay us better, you would get better service, because customer service should be treated as just as important as like the tech team
Agreed.
or the people who design
you're
the shirts.
preaching to the choir, bro.
I know, but there's people that are gonna listen to this and they're gonna one day own a company and be like, let's get a customer service team. What we should pay them? $10, right?
Let me add something more. Companies
$10, right?
Hell no.
Let me. Companies also need to stop being so cheap. Let me add something more. Don't you think like us as employees, if we worked at a job, right, and they had a kitchen and they treated the customers better, can you imagine having a kitchen with breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Wouldn't that motivate you to stay longer and work harder, or at least work harder?
That's why they do that.
No, a lot of people don't.
Startup companies do it all the
Startup
time.
companies
Startups do that a
but
lot,
most
yeah.
businesses, they don't do that
because they're so big now. They don't
And
give a
they're
shit
cheap.
about the
They're
people.
cheap.
Yes.
And by the way, I just got to add this in. Speaking of customer service, do you remember last episode you ran into someone recognized you, Justo, from the podcast?
Yes.
Shout out to Make the Bay Area hyphy again. I think it's triple XXX or anyway,
Nice.
XXX.
Oh, wow.
On
That's a great
IG.
IG handle.
He
bro.
hit me on IG. He
Nice.
said I was the guy.
Nice. Hello, Triple X.
Make the Bay Area hyphy again, triple
Make the Bay Area hyphy again.
XXX.
Nice.
Yee.
Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Man, we got 2 more topics to talk about. We got Nile's realization. Do we have time or no?
Nile's realization.
Well, I know.
Let's chat on that one real quick because we're in.
Sure. No, I'm
You're a
just
big
kidding.
Breaking Bad fan.
No, I'm a fan for sure. For sure. Never thought I would be a Breaking Bad fan. I remember when it was hype, and I was like, this looks lame. Why do I see a bald
This looks
guy?
lame.
I remember thinking, I'm like, this looks lame and looks like Arizona. Like, I'm living whatever
Practically.
Breaking Bad's about.
Practically.
It pretty much
It's in
is.
New Mexico, right?
You go to a freaking, what they call it? Oh, man, I forgot the city. Not Awatuki.
Tucson.
No. It's wait. Oh man.
Glendale.
I'm so
The
mad,
Grand
dude.
Canyon.
Oh, dude.
don't
No,
know,
bro.
man.
I'm so mad. Mesa.
Mesa.
But it's like farther than Mesa. It's like, dude, I'm so mad. Someone's gonna watch this from Arizona and freaking. I know it.
Comment below if you know what city
Comment
this is.
below, man. Anyway, so last week I brought up about how, people get into crime. Why do they get into crime when they have families? They say that they're, doing this for their family so they can have stability, wealth, all that. And I kind of believed it. I was like, oh man, I mean, these people seem really sincere.
You're a
but
good
why
soul,
did
bro.
why
And
did
you were
they-
only a couple episodes into the show at that point, right?
I was like season 3.
Oh, okay.
I was
You're a little
season
far,
3.
but yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little far, but like I'm still like seeing like, he is really caring about his family. Now I'm about
Spoilers for
2
Breaking Bad, by the way.
episodes left, and I'm like, yo, this dude had the opportunity to leave it all, and he went back in. And I'm like, so I'm just realizing that that's all. It's definitely all ego. It's definitely not about family. It's
about greed,
it's all
bro.
about yourself.
Exactly.
It's capitalistic society, bro.
He wanted more and more and more, and he didn't want to lose that sense of control, which is something we touched on earlier.
Yeah.
And that's how everyone feels. No one wants to feel like they're not in control. In the case of Walter White, he was not in control of his entire life up to the point of Breaking Bad.
Right.
Everything has been done to him. He was not a driving force in his own life until he decided to become one.
Right.
And through this avenue of, cooking meth.
Right.
And then he didn't want it. He became obsessed with it,
Right.
and he used those those excuses to justify it to himself for doing all these terrible things when really
Damn.
he just wanted to do it. And that's the case. That's the reason most people do bad things, because they feel that they're justified. No one thinks that they're bad,
Right.
but
They justify what their actions are going to be.
I
Yeah,
love that you
exactly.
said that. I'll just add in that that's everything I was going to say, that people, I think, inherently are this way. Not everyone, but I think most people, at least from my experience, I just think you're like, you have a very pure soul, which is good. It's a testament to you. You have a very pure soul.
That's so sweet.
It's pure. It's honest. It's
Pure.
it's translucent.
Like 99% meth, blue.
Yeah,
blue
I don't
meth
know.
pure?
I don't know.
your soul is like that blue man.
And people also
The
become
Heisenberg.
people become desensitized. Just like you said, once you get a pass on something, or once you start to correlate in your head, oh, this is okay. As long as you don't get caught, it's okay. I want more.
Yeah.
You become desensitized to it, but you don't know anything about that because you don't think that way. So kudos to you.
Thank you. Well,
You like that?
Watching shows like that, I'll
You see it.
I'll steer clear.
This is an evil world, bro. And I'll leave it at that. This is an evil world with evil effing people. Everyone's the devil without the horns, You just got to think that way, man. Everyone's the devil. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna
I'm
say.
just-
I was just gonna say all celebrities are the devil.
I was gonna say. No one is. Well, yeah.
He
never
said,
mind.
"Well,
I was about to say no one's. I was about to say no one's all evil, but that's just not true.
No, it's not. But,
But like most people have both, and it's
most people definitely have both."
it's the constant.
if we're going to
struggle
play
between the
percentages,
two.
I'm going to go 60-40. 60 on that side, 40 on your side. As far as like having a good, I just think most people are in it for
so
themselves.
more people lean towards bad than good.
Yes. Well, I don't even want to say bad.
I think it's 70-30. And then the
Of what?
percentages change depending on your experience.
Show me proof.
Oh.
I need,
For
I need-
each
I need to see
individual,
proof.
though.
I need to see
For each
proof.
individual. For each
Okay.
individual, depending on their environment, who raised them, and what their interests are. And so maybe they start off good. Bro, Walter White started off good. He just wanted to get off his chest, make a little bit of money, and
Yeah.
then the percentage of bad started going. People started dying. He started just poisoning kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but in the
Wild.
beginning, it wasn't like, oh, he's been evil. No,
Yeah,
they
no,
transpired.
right.
Gustavo, I don't think he was that evil. I mean, I don't know what the hell he did in
Towards-
Chile.
Yeah, towards the end.
But
a little
it's
bit.
greed. It all
Yeah.
comes
And
down to
it's-
money.
and it also
But it changes. Greed is not like
Yeah, it goes-
you
right,
inst- you
right,
have
it's
the
steps, it's
just like
steps,
you have the
right.
capability. Just like I told you, and I say this: everyone has the capability to be doing great and becoming great. Same way on the other side of the pendulum.
Right.
Same way.
Well,
Exactly.
no, I mean, if you're
So
It's
It's
not
all
me.
it's all in the actions that you choose to take on a day, but the small little
Right.
things you choose to do every single day,
right,
and it adds up.
I think most people are good, and the percentages change.
right. Well, I mean, I can speak for all three of us. I think we're all great, so we don't have that problem with the pendulum going. Yeah, we're great.
All right, tight.
Yes.
I'm glad we came to that conclusion.
Yeah, I just wish in society we didn't have this thing called money. If there's this thing, if money didn't exist, can you imagine how much better the world would be?
Man,
I
I'm just
disagree.
sitting with two communists all day today, man.
I disagree with that. We would find something else to trade and argue about. This is a
Yeah,
human
it'd be something
condition.
else.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
human thing. It's not money and capitalism. Like, it would be replaced with some other.
Monkeys fight will kill each other over coin.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it'd be over dominance, women, power. Like,
Yeah.
opposite.
Shoes, maybe shoes.
It could be
Shoes?
shoes, bro.
I
It
see
could
what you're
be
saying. There's
could
gonna
be
be
a
some type of
social
currency.
status
The
thing.
currency may not be green.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it.
It's ingrained. It's part of human nature.
Money's not real anyway.
Uh,
It's just made up value.
That is
Right,
true.
in the first
That is
place.
true. I don't know what value you put on this podcast, but you know what? Don't answer that. I think we're done,
$10
man.
million.
Thank you so much for checking us out. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. We appreciate you if you do. If you mess with our content,
Please subscribe. We're a growing channel.
Yeah,
We're,
and-
just
hit
trying,
that bell button.
we're just trying our best here,
we
man.
are, man. And if anyone's starting from zero, trying to build anything, keep going, and
And we're starting from less than zero.
we can relate to you.
Come on, guys. We're
All right.
supposed to say it all together there.
man.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Less
Less than zero.
Zero.
Oh man.
Ah, nailed it.
All right. Till next week. Thank you.